Get that paint. 11:30 in the 11:30 in the club. That shit's dripping.
Came through, drip.
Came through, drip. Got a hold of the meeting.
You got paint like
you
that.
got Sharpie on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, many years ago, all of us were born. Our lives have led up to this moment, and this is the peak of our existence to today's time. Today, I'm happy to announce we are joined by a very special guest. Like I've said every single time, except for when we've had the mob on. And already I've elicited a reaction out of Castro.
They're not even verified.
They're not. We've had them on here before you, so that might be a slight to you.
I'm disappointed.
That might be a slight to you, Castro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring that news on you. No, but Castro, excited to have you on today. We do have I want to get right into it, but just like every time, we have a little bit of homework we have to do right off the bat.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? These are podcasts. We got people liking, dropping, 5-star ratings on iTunes. One of them came in from Captain. He said, listening to CouRage and Nadeshot talk reminds me back in the day, just gaming and talk with the boys playing Modern Warfare 2 and quick scoping. Keep up the great work, guys. Chi-Town love.
Chi-Town Love. That's pretty
Chi-Town
close
Love.
to my first gamer tag ever. Chi-Town Bears 03. Thanks, Chi-Town Love.
Was that your AIM name?
No, my AIM name was Cubs Are My Life.
What was your AIM name?
Phenomenal one. 1991. Why are you laughing? Each letter was like caps, not caps.
Yeah,
caps, not,
it's a COD 4 name.
Absolutely,
Bro.
I remember that.
It's a COD 4 name. But no, thank you so much for the 5-star review from Captain. As always, if you're listening anywhere, be sure to leave a like, 5-star review, subscribe, everything you can do to support the CouRage and Nadeshot Show. And again, the CouRage and Nadeshot Show is brought to you by Cash App. Is the #1 finance app in the App Store. Cash App is the most powerful way to spend, send, and save. It's connected to the free Cash Card, the only debit card with boosts, just like the boost in your Cash App. And then you can instantly save it to your favorite places like 10% at Chipotle, $1 off at all coffee shops if you want to get cracked on that caffeine, like me today, because I took pre-workout for a podcast. They're always adding new boosts, so check yours off. And best of all, most boosts are unlimited, meaning you can use them forever. Not ready to switch debit cards? You don't have to. Cash App lets you instantly transfer funds to your Cash Card for free. Cash App is also the most convenient way to buy Bitcoin. So make sure to download Cash App from the App Store or Google Play Market today. That was clean. I didn't really fumble there.
You did pretty well. You read real good. We actually, that's not our only one today. We're coming back with one more. This is actually pretty cool though, because we get to show Castro something that none of you guys get to see. I'm very much looking forward to it. This episode not only is brought to you by Cash App, but also by FIFA 20. Oof. Castro, I'd like to thank you specifically for taking time away from you. This is Christmas for you right now.
Yes, it is.
A new FIFA comes out. It's like I just seen with a new iPhone comes out. It's just like
you gotta have it.
We gotta go. So in FIFA 20, they're going back to the streets with Vulture Football, and FIFA 20 is available for purchase now. So it is concerning that you are here because I'm sure everyone's very confused as to why you are not live. That's why I feel very lucky to have you on the podcast because you are, if not the biggest streamer, the biggest FIFA streamer in the entire world. Would you, is that safe to say?
I mean,
it says one of the biggest on here, but I want to say biggest.
I keep it probably at one of the biggest, but
Okay.
depends on what platform we're talking about, right?
Is there anybody bigger on you than YouTube? You're the biggest FIFA streamer.
DJ Mario.
He sounds like a cool guy, but I know you personally, so I like you better.
He's for space.
Oh,
he's a good guy, good friend of mine.
Great. So you guys are friends?
Yeah, we're friends.
There's no rivalry?
No, not at all.
Gotcha. Okay. But it's really cool because I've talked about it on Twitter a little bit, but Castro and I are working on something really exciting for FIFA 20 that I can't necessarily show with you right now or share with you, but I'm going to show Castro in this You haven't seen this yet?
No, I haven't.
And me.
Wait, am I seeing this now?
I want to see it.
Oh, I have it on my phone, yeah. I'm actually, hold on. Let me set this up a little bit. This is actually really fucking cool.
Wait, what? I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Do I see it before or after him?
Yeah.
You see it after.
I know he's the guest and everything, but, I live here.
No, not yet. I want to, but it says specifically here in bold, do not show them yet.
Sure, it's dope.
Yeah, you can zoom in all you want.
Oh my God, there's two. You only showed me one.
It's probably so sick, dude. Hope it's something cool.
Yeah, we're working on something pretty cool.
That's hot.
Feeling pretty good about it. You like it?
Very hot.
Oh, wait, camera.
It's probably dope.
Whoa.
Shout out
It's
FIFA
hot.
20.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It is hot.
I will say the best FIFA ever
Yeah.
made was FIFA 2004.
Woo.
And the only reason why I say that is because I kicked my older brother's ass on that game when we bought it.
Dude.
What was the first FIFA though you played?
I think it was FIFA 2004.
Okay.
I can't really remember. We had FIFA 2004, and then Madden 04 with Mike Vick on the front cover, Atlanta Falcons. Either way, FIFA 20 out now. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this version of the podcast and bringing Castro out here. It really means a lot. So, Castro.
What's up?
From Chicago originally. I love that about you.
Yes, sir.
I actually don't know where you grew up in Chicago.
This little town called Tanglewood in Hanwood Park.
Okay, so you're like in the city or close to the city.
No,
a
little by Schaumburg.
Oh, it's by Schaumburg.
Yeah, dude, Hanwood
Oh, no
Park.
shit. I don't know why me, you, and Hector never linked up when we were all living in Schaumburg together.
I didn't realize that I lived down the street from Hector until
it was too late.
Yeah, it was too late, until he was coming out to Frisco.
Well, what are the odds of you guys linking up in Chicago and then living so close to each other in Dallas? How did that come about, you think?
I think someone connected us, and then we just became really good friends from there. We met up in Schaumburg, and then we moved to Frisco without knowing we were moving to Frisco. And then we just linked up. It was crazy. And now we live like 20 minutes apart from each other.
That's insane. I just don't understand how that would come to be. Why did you move to Frisco?
One reason. Ready?
State tax?
Nope.
Oh.
Guess.
They got a football field there.
There's football fields everywhere. The internet. The internet.
Well, they got a nice
football field.
Don't they got a nice soccer stadium?
They do. It's really nice.
I'm calling it football. I'm trying to be like hip.
Yeah, I feel you. You didn't want to say soccer.
Yeah.
It's okay. But the internet. That was the reason we moved.
Well, what about the internet?
Inconsistent in Chicago.
Oh.
So in Texas, we got that 1 gig up, 1 gig down, baby.
Really?
Yeah. And so my live streams were always cutting off in Chicago. I told my girl, hey, look for a house. We got to go.
And then the no state tax is also
that's
solid too.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a big
That's a
deal.
good one.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. I've very quickly learned here what they mean by California has the most taxes. So if by the end of this podcast you could spare me $5 or $10, I'd really appreciate it so I can buy lunch today. No, because we actually, that's how we really meet up too down there.
So I met Jay.
And then we saw each other a few times at the Hex Quarters.
Yep.
Most times at Concrete Cowboy, which is just a fun little establishment where you can go and have adult beverages and celebrate life with your friends.
Absolutely.
We definitely did that probably too many times.
What is the Concrete Cowboy like in season during right now?
Right now?
Yeah, because it's right next to the Dallas Cowboys practice stadium, and I can't imagine how busy
Well,
or
it's
crowded
beautiful,
it is.
but everyone goes there to watch the Cowboys.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's always jam-packed. They got massive TVs in there. It's really, really nice. So that's why I'm always there. But, I mean, yeah, like Kurt said, Saturday nights, drinking with the boys. Did that too many times.
Too many times.
You've had a great podcasting voice.
Do I?
Well, I mean, obviously you're a live streamer, which is essentially
Yeah, but I
like...
just yell all day on stream.
No, I know, but it's like
can do it here if you want.
No, it sounds really good. How deep can you make your voice if you tried?
I was about to burp.
Oh,
That's
what?
fine. Matt does that. Wait, Matt does that really way.
I've
I
asked
don't know how to
you
make my
fucks.
voice deep. I just...
Okay. So you're in Dallas right now. FIFA 20 just came out.
Yep.
What's the goal?
What's the goal?
Yeah, because I feel like it's when a new title comes out every single year, I'm sure it can become monotonous a little bit, but
What's the goal?
I try to give myself little goals. I don't ever stay organized enough to follow through with them, but just curious if you have any goals or you're just trying to grind the game right now.
Absolutely. I do have goals. So I like I said goals because football, soccer, goals. Haha. Anyways.
Wow.
So I'm not really the most competitive player, right? But I can hang with these big boys. All right. So my number one thing is to entertain. That's what I try to do. And for the most part, people like that. But I also want to take it competitive a little bit. So there's this thing where you can hit top 100 players in the world. And we did it 4 or 5 times last year where I hit that top 100 spot.
And that's every weekend, isn't it?
Every weekend.
Yeah.
It's called the Weekend League.
Yep.
And FUT Champions.
In general, FIFA, just playing FIFA, it's not Ultimate Team or anything
No,
like
it
that?
is Ultimate Team.
Oh, okay.
It is strictly 2 Ultimate Teams. So if you're in that, you're top 100 in the world on Ultimate Team, right? Whether you're on the Xbox or the PlayStation. So my goal is to try to hit that top 100 this year on FIFA 20. And if I could do that, you get rewarded with packs and other things. And then you could just bragging rights, really. So that's the ultimate goal. Can I do it? We'll find out. But just yesterday, I got close, but not close enough. I got 24 wins. I needed 28. So I was 4 wins away.
Wait, so how long do games last on average?
Oh, it's like 15, 20 minutes. If it goes into extra time, probably like 25, 30.
But that's 24 wins that you had in one weekend?
Yeah.
So you got to
Friday,
grind.
Just you got to grind. You got to grind hard.
Man. Are you like a American football fan?
Oh, absolutely. Chicago Bears, baby.
Yeah, we lost to the Raiders yesterday.
In London.
Tough. So you haven't converted to a Cowboys fan?
Well, I look at it like this. It's my second home, right? I've been to Chicago my whole life, so for it to be my second home, I'm starting to kind of.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, all my friends in Texas are diehard Cowboy fans, and I'm like the only Bears fan. So I mean, and plus, Abel the barber, he cuts.
Oh, shout out Abel.
Homie Abel.
I think we've all got our hair cut by Abel before.
No, but I mean, he's been cutting up a few guys where I walk in and they're Cowboy players. So I'm just like, what's up?
It cuts Dak Prescott's hair, right?
Yeah, every week I think. So.
Dude, that's what a story he's had with like 19 years old.
And he's young, dude. He's a youngin' for sure.
He's got his own shop now, right?
Yeah, he's got his own spot,
His own suite,
which is so sick. I'm sure he'll see this. Abel, I miss you. Whichever camera I'm on.
Abel, you need to come out here and give me a cut, man.
Dude, we've talked about flying him out here for like
do it.
If we can have like, dude, that would be so sick.
I went to a barber about a week and a half, or no, this was about like a month ago, I would say, 3 weeks ago, whatever. And I found out after I had gotten my haircut, or during the haircut, that it was his first haircut that he's ever done. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
No bullshit. He was like the cousin of the owner of the shop.
Okay.
And he asked me halfway through, he's like, hey, man, you don't do YouTube, right? And I said, no, I do. He's like, oh, my little brother's a big fan. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, cool. That's dope. So how long you been cutting hair? He's like, oh, it's my first day. I said, what? He said, yeah, it's my first day. So how's that work? He's like, well, I got to get like 3,000 apprenticeship hours and, you know, to become a barber. I'm like, well, how many hours do you have? He's like, oh, no, this is my first haircut.
Yo, Matt was like, I'm going for a haircut. I'll be back real quick. I'm like, all right, see you in an hour. 4 hours later, he's been to 2 different barbers, and he had to go and get it fixed.
You just got up and left?
No, I didn't get up, and I actually tipped him really well.
Okay.
And was like, hey, man, best of luck with everything. Because I could tell right at the beginning that he didn't have a ton of experience. Like, when you get a fade, barbers, like, they just get straight into it, and they start in a certain place, and they're confident.
Yeah.
This guy was going nice and slow, and the clippers were barely on my head. I'm like, something's up.
Okay.
And then we started talking, and the haircut took an hour and a half. And he actually didn't do that bad of a job, but with the way I flow my hair, it just seemed fucked up to me. So I went to my other barber. I'm like, yo,
Matt
man,
called it an emergency.
I got an emergency, and I went over. It took me 4 hours that day to get a haircut.
Oh man.
But Abel's the man. Sorry,
Abel is the man.
No, listen, nothing's off topic on this podcast, which we've learned very early on. Castro, are you the best at soccer, at football, of all the actual YouTubing and live streaming people?
I would say no. There's a lot of really good guys, especially in the UK. Like Simon Miniminter is really good.
Yeah.
Manny, I mean, he was close to going on like a pro or semi-pro team. They're all really good friends of mine. But, I mean, I have experience. I've been playing since I was 3. I still play till this day.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm the best. But I'm pretty sure if we start a team of just like the guys that can actually play, we would have a really, really good team.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope to watch.
A really good team. And I don't know if you guys have seen, I mean, it happened 2 years ago, I think, when I scored in that charity match when we played.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So that was like one of the highlights of my life, right?
That's dope.
I mean, that was just, dude, there was 30,000 people watching, full stadium in, London. So
yeah, it must have been unbelievable.
It was sick, dude. I was just like in shock. You know, when you're just in shock.
You could
It's like
feel
Jack hitting a freaking sniper shot or something on Fortnite.
Yeah,
I'm sure it felt a little better than that.
I was going to say, you did something actually
Have
physically.
you seen his snipes? Come on.
Hey,
You
come
just
on,
hit one
man.
like the other day.
Stop, roll the clip. we had it queued up. Like production just expected it to be brought up.
But Jack's always that excited. It's not special. Like he gets that excited when the microwave dings. He's ready. I just hear him yelling.
Listen, yeah, he's not wrong, but come on, give me a break here. I mean, there's things you get excited about. And I think that's one of them, dude. That emotional feeling, like I watch when actual football players they score a crazy goal and like they rip their jersey off or their kit off or whatever you want to call it, and I'm like, all right, that seems a little bit crazy. And then I imagine like putting myself in that with how much is on the line, with how much people care because fans are so diehard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I'd probably rip everything off. I'd rip my pants off.
What was the celebration? What did you do?
It was just, I mean, it was this, put it on my left hand and just kind of threw it up because my parents weren't there, right? And my mom had just recently gone through some trouble. So, I mean, it was just like for my parents right away. And they were watching. Peta was watching. She was in the crowd. So it was just like that surreal feeling that I just can't explain, where your body just feels really cold and you don't know what to do. And I'm surprised I didn't just pass out. But
That's
one of those days.
incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't watch a ton of football, but whenever Ronaldo scores and he just arm to the side and just stares, and I'm like, this is awesome.
That guy's way too cool.
Wait, so who's better, Ronaldo or Messi?
Oh, you're gonna ask me this right now.
Well, it's the one argument that I see on Twitter 24/7.
Yeah, I know, and I get asked that almost daily on stream.
I would I'm literally in your Twitch chat right now. I'm sorry.
Open packs.
Open packs. Who's better, Ronaldo or Messi? And then you say one, and they all get mad. But
Yeah.
I say I'm just trying to enjoy both of them. I mean, there's things about Ronaldo that are better than Messi. There's things that are about Messi that are better than Ronaldo. But overall, I would lean towards the Messi side. Some of the things I've seen him do are just incredible, and that's coming from someone that, you know, I'm a Manchester United supporter, and Ronaldo played for United, but Messi he's not human in my opinion. So he's just incredible, and everything he does, the way that he just dribbles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, and then just buries it right where he wants to, is just phenomenal. So.
Well, I appreciate the clickbait. Basically, Castro just said that Ronaldo sucks. That would be the title.
That's the title.
Thank you. You fell into my...
That's crazy that you think Ronaldo's a shitty player, man. Because Matt and I both think he's really talented.
You know that meme with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? It's a trap card.
Got him.
Matt's staring at me. Kind of looks like it, right?
So the one thing that I will say, Castro, is I think you actually have the best streaming setup out of any creator that I've seen. With the soccer field in the background.
Okay.
I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's...
Especially for what you do.
That's thanks to Peta, my girlfriend. She had the idea to put grass in my office. And I was like, really? And then she had this big canvas made of Old Trafford, Manchester United Stadium. And then she has a drop-down green screen that I don't even use, but it's just there because it looks fucking cool, right? So
it's half the battle.
Yeah, man. And then I don't know, she's doing something in another room now. So she's the one with the ideas. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it is pretty sweet.
No, but I think the early days of Twitch are always interesting for me because I remember watching your stream, if I'm not mistaken, at the Optic House. Yeah, this is just clean as hell.
So I got a camera on top, and that's just like the back end. And on this side, there's like this big canvas. So
I think before a lot of the like innovations that Stream Deck and Elgato have made, and all like the I just feel like it's a lot easier nowadays to make like your own in-house streaming studio and have it look really great and be really functional. But back in the day, in like 2013, 2014, I think it took a lot of effort. And for me, I never went that extra mile. Like I just had like a Logitech webcam looking off, and in the background you'd see like Scump and Merc and Big Timer were on like folding chairs and desks. Like it looked like shit. And I think you were one of the few streams that I watched where I thought to myself, man, I need to take this to another level. Just because I always liked the way that your office looked. I think it's a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's motivational, right? I mean, I walk in there sometimes and I feel like it's not even mine. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy, right? And then obviously some of the things we have on the shelves, you know, just some YouTube plaques and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, it keeps me rolling. So, I mean, it's definitely helps a lot. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's not everything, because like when you started, right, I'm sure you had something different. So it's just, I don't know how I feel, I guess. But
do you think it? Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, do you think it really helps having your streaming setup outside of your bedroom, like a separation between, like when this is your work area and then like the rest of your house is kind of your relax?
Yeah, it's not always been like that, but now it feels good because, you know, you get out of your room, stuff like that. You go upstairs, catch some traffic on the way there, but it's more or less you're getting away from that room, right? You're not always in there, because sometimes I'm doing 8 to 12-hour streams, and to be in another room is just refreshing, I think, right? So
I think that separation is absolutely necessary. That's why I got a 2-bedroom apartment when I first moved out to LA. No, but I think it's the small things in the details that a lot of people don't pay attention to, that when you are a new stream viewer and you enter into a chat room and you look at how much effort that streamer is putting in. I'm not saying everyone has to have an exuberant amount of money and have the best tech and the best setup, but it's more of just like investing in yourself. Like yesterday, Cloaksy was talking about he was working on like a PC sponsorship deal, and he's only got one PC right now. He can't even stream Apex Legends, and he wasn't going to buy one because he's been waiting on one to hopefully get one for free. I'm like, Dennis, dude, you're a full-time streamer. Like, you need to invest in yourself. What's $4,000 spending right now on a pre-built PC that shows up to your house when you get back to New Jersey on Wednesday? Like, why would you not spend that money? You're investing in your career. You know how much money that you're going to make in the future? Like, you have to invest in yourself.
100%.
No, I remember doing that as well for a little bit. And after going full time, like when I went full time a year and a half ago, I'm not sure how long you've been full time for, but that's something I want to get into as well. But like, dude, that decision of like buying my new camera upgrade, investing in a whole new graphics overhaul and all that, like all the stuff that you just see on the stream as well, was like, it was definitely a daunting feeling at first, but then like now that I look back on it, I'm like, I wish I did even more, or did it even sooner. It makes such a huge difference to have all the right stuff. And that exactly that point, like I did a 2 PC setup with like the NDI feature where like it cloud sends your one OBS through your internet to your other OBS, so like it's less strain on your gaming PC. But because I just didn't know how to set up my like Elgato 2 PC setup, and then I switched to the actual like 4K 60 capture card and did that whole thing. And like, dude, if I try to stream now without 2 PCs, I like want to throw my head through a wall because it makes such a difference in like quality and how you feel playing. Like I always felt limited when I would play and my frames wouldn't be as good, and that like ate away at me. It like made me want to go insane.
Absolutely.
Console streaming stuff wasn't nearly as bad because obviously
so easy.
Yeah, it's
plug and play.
Yeah, that's what I'm on now. It's just console streaming. But I love the fact that you just said invest in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, man. You just got to, instead of waiting for that free, PC or monitor or whatever, just get it yourself.
Yeah.
Get it yourself.
I mean, that was always the biggest thing. Like, if you want to, I actually saw Legion talk about this on Twitter. I'm not sure if you know Legion, but he's hilarious. I love him to death. But also, you have to be responsible as well. I mean, you can't just spend like $10,000, your life savings on a streaming setup and then expect to make money from this. Like, you have to take your time, but you don't need just a ridiculous amount of cash to make small differences and changes in your setup that will hopefully catch somebody's eye down the road or in the future.
Do you have any examples of when you can remember from your career when you were like, all right, I bought that, it's time, it just got real, or look what we're doing now, to like it's time to go hard?
Oh man, I think it was when I switched from just having one big TV and then like a little laptop on the side back in 2013, I believe, when I got like the 2 monitors. That was when I was like, oh man, it's go time now, baby. Let's go. And that's when I kind of went full time 5 years ago, I believe. That was definitely like a turning point. I was like, man, this is my office. This is mine right here. We grinded for this, so let's go, let's work. And then it just kind of went up from there.
And what were you doing before you went full time?
I mean, I had a couple jobs. I was washing cars for a little bit. I was washing cars at Ron Hopkins, and then I was doing like IT consulting a little bit here and there, helping people fix their printers, any issues they had with their PCs. I would just go in and try to help. It's a little side company, and that was basically it. I mean, I was just kind of doing things to try to find a way to build my setup and stuff like that. And then eventually people were just like, hey man, when are you going to apply for the sub button? Blah, blah, blah. And then this was 5 years ago, so it was a little harder, right? I feel.
Yeah, I feel like you were streaming before they had a sub button.
No, I was on, I think it was called like Justin TV or something like that. I was on there before, but I was never, I was just like a member. And then on Twitch is when I
Gotcha. That must have been a really big day for you.
That was huge, man.
Do you remember it specifically?
Yeah, I went on like a 1 mile run with my brother, and I was talking about it because I was like, hey man, I'm thinking of quitting this job to go full-time streaming. He kind of looked at me like, are you serious right now?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You can tell mom, you can tell dad. What are they gonna think about this? I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna do it. And he's like, hey man, my brother's always been really supportive. He told me straight, he was like, hey man, do it. Just do it. I told my parents, and same thing. They were always really supportive.
That's incredible.
And then it just kind of, I did it, and then best decision I ever made in my life.
I think I respect anybody that can be successful or make a living for themselves as a content creator or just as an entrepreneur in general.
Yeah.
But I have like another level of respect for like the OGs in the gaming community that when they decided they were going to try to make a full-time career out of what they're doing, like the leap of faith, I don't think people understand. Like the path has been laid out now. So like there's a really clear insight or look into what success can be and how to get there. But for people like you back in 2013 and like the SIDEMEN and a lot of these OG YouTubers, nobody had any idea. So they were just fucking crossing their fingers and hoping this would work.
You were the first one doing it. You were the first one doing what's going to happen. It's going to work out. What's the future look like? There's so many questions. But now it's like you can kind of see it. Like you said, there's a path now, right? But that's why, going back to what you said, man, just believe in yourself. Invest in yourself. See what happens. Don't be scared.
Are you playing any other games besides FIFA right now, or is that what you're locked in on year round?
That's
is there enough content on FIFA year round for you to?
I mean,
just
I
keep
try to
cranking
make
them out?
as much content as I can, right? Obviously, I feel like FIFA's just, the background. I just kind of try to be whatever I can on stream, entertainment-wise, and then FIFA's just the game that I love to play and the sport that I love. So, I mean, I try to make the content if it, if it's lacking a little bit in game, but that's how it should be. I feel like, like don't always rely on the game. Don't always rely on Fortnite or FIFA or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to just do what you can with your community and make people laugh.
Oh, that's always like that's been a top goal of mine as like a streamer as well. It's like I want people to, sure, I want them to love me for how I play the game or what I do in the game, but then like I want them to love watching just for like the antics I have and like what I do, right? And even how you talk about, like, I feel like we actually have a pretty similar mindset to it, where it's like we can hang with the big dogs, right? Like I'm still, even now, like a top 200 Fortnite earner, like of all time, like from competition stuff. But then, yeah, I mess around, I fall to my death, we troll each other and stuff like that. Like that's like the main watch of my stream. But then like I feel like people like to watch when I get in competition, and I'm sure it's the same when you do the weekend stuff, where it's like there is like an underdog type view of you. Like there's those people that every time are going to do well and dominate it, and they can watch those people. But then the story of like playing the hype music, I'm one game off, or I need 2 more points or whatever, like people just love that. I feel like we have a really similar role with how we present ourselves.
Absolutely.
What was the craziest card pack unopening or unboxing? What are you? Card pack opening. Opening packs.
Best player that I've ever packed.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Apart from Record Breaker Chicharito back in 2016, it was a really cheap card. But my best card, probably Team of the Year Ronaldo, 99 rated.
Really?
Best card you can get in the game. The most expensive card.
How many of those do you think are in circulation?
Oh, man, I couldn't tell you, man. It's really hard to pack those things. But I'm sitting there opening packs a lot, so.
I know, but I'm just curious, like, what the rarity scale is.
Well, there's odds. There's a percentage on, like, certain rated players that you can pack. They tell you now. And it's really, really low. So, I mean, like I said, you just gotta get lucky. Because even myself that sits there and opens pack all the time, I mean, sometimes I don't get anything. And it's obviously a lot of FIFA points that I'm spending, so.
Have you had anything crazy yet on FIFA 20?
I've had 2 icons. I've had Neymar. I'm sure you know Neymar.
Yeah, of course.
So
Neymar loves esports.
Oh, he does, dude. He's a big CSGO guy.
He's a huge CSGO guy.
Yeah.
Our first CSGO team, they were only with us for like about a month, but we go on their Instagrams. They're like in the club with Neymar, just like.
You're like, hey guys, can you guys reply to our email? They're popping bottles.
We gotta get these visas figured out, boys.
Yeah, come on, guys.
And we did not.
Which is sick,
unfortunately.
right? All these athletes playing video games and stuff like that. That's huge, man. I love it.
It's culture now.
Yeah, dude.
How do you feel about that? Because I feel like you're the go-to for football.
I mean, I didn't realize there are so many like cowboy players and basketball players that play FIFA. They don't play NBA. They don't play Madden. I mean, they do, but FIFA's like a lot of their number one go-to game. So that's awesome.
Besides the charity match with the SIDEMEN and all the guys in the UK, what's been like your favorite opportunity that you've had because of the career that you've built? What's like one of the coolest moments in football that you've gotten to experience?
It was probably doing a launch for FIFA 17 at Gamescom with Marco Royce.
Okay.
I mean, he's a huge player, and we basically opened a pack to show the pack animation and what it was going to be like. And then as I opened the pack, in the screen, it was Marco Royce. But then as he was walking out in game, he was also walking on stage with Spencer and I. So right there, I was like, this is real life. It's actually happening. This guy's standing right. He's sitting he's on my team right now. Like, I was just, oh man, I was like stuttering, when you can't talk. You're just like, yeah. So, I mean, it was sick. But I mean, there's been so many moments, man. A lot of charity work as well. That's just like stream things where, we raise a lot of money for charity. I mean, there's so many things that you do as a gamer that just, I don't know, brings a lot of cool things in it.
It's fucking awesome.
Dude, it's insane to see, like, when you talk about, like, oh, he's a big name player. Like, dude, I feel like half the time I'm on Instagram and like people tag an athlete, I might not know it. Most times it is someone like from the football world that I just haven't followed. Like, I just don't keep up with it. And I'm like, wow, this guy's got 12.4 million followers. I'm like, oh, okay. And I haven't even heard, like, 12.4 million in the US is like, there's maybe like 10 to 15 NBA stars that have that. Yeah. And then like OBJ in football, that's it. Like, that's really all our athletes. But then in the in the like soccer football world, it's like I feel like every other player on some of these teams has that many, to the point where I remember we had a conversation on stream where someone was like, can you believe you just met like the most followed, like talking about Ariana, like the most followed Instagram account? I'm like, I don't know if she is. And I looked it up, and then it's like Ronaldo's the most followed at like 190 million followers. Like,
it's crazy.
It is insane how big that sport truly is. And I feel like the ceiling is just like never ending. Like there are people that will discover you and like your content through FIFA and through just football like forever, which has got to be such a cool feeling.
Yeah, the connection between real life football, soccer and FIFA is just, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's just, I mean, it's really the only game out there that's football, soccer related. So I mean, yeah, it's big, like you said. Ronaldo has crazy amount of following, Messi, and oh my God, it's just insane.
Have you played, going back to what you said, have you played FIFA with any of the Cowboys?
I have not, no, not yet, but
I'm sure it's gonna happen soon.
yeah, hopefully.
Because they really all do play. Like when they're on the road, they all got their games cases, and they're all just gaming in the hotel rooms. They got to stay out of trouble, so let's just stay in the hotel room and play video games.
Yeah.
Well, funny story. Going back to that Marco Royce thing, we were actually in the back after we did the launch thing, and he comes up to me. He comes up to me in the back in the room, and he's like, "Hey, man, can you order me a portable PlayStation?" And I looked at him, I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Can you order me a portable PlayStation?" And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I always want to like carry it and go whenever we're traveling." And I was like, "Is this dude about to give me his phone number right now?" And then his agent got there and he started talking to my guy, and I was just like, "All right." But it was just like, he just asked me straight up like if I can order him. He's like, "Because they only sell them in the U.S." That's what he said. And I was just like, "Babe, did you hear this guy?" I was like, "Let's do it. Let's go." But
why don't you go ahead and send me your address? Give me them digits. We'll get this taken care of. I'm hopping on Amazon right now.
I'll be over for Sunday dinner. That's
Next day.
after that. Dude, that's actually totally wild. No, it's been cool to see, you know, how much stuff you've been able to accomplish in FIFA and things like that. But it's also had a crazy impact, like personally too, because I know you've talked about your family, dude, how much it's changed your life. Can you give a little bit of insight to viewers on like some of the stuff that's, you know, you've obviously been successful. You're one of the top streamers out there. You know, it's pretty nuts, but like it's impacted your family's life really well, you know, too, right?
yeah, I mean, a couple years ago, my mom had a stroke, and she was in a coma for like 10 days, and this happened in Mexico, right? So financially, this is what I'm going to talk about right now. So in Mexico, you can't actually leave the hospital until you're done paying all the bills. And like I said, she was in a coma for 10 days, so it was a pretty heavy bill, right? And thanks to everyone that's been, you know, watching the streams and supporting me, we were able to do that, right? But I can't imagine if like I didn't do what I do. I mean, I don't know who would have been able to pay that.
Yeah.
So that was something that I always think about every freaking day, is about that day when the lady's like, "Hey, you guys can't leave until this right here is paid." So I was like, damn. And it was a lot. So, I mean, stuff like that. But also we just got done building my parents' house in Mexico. So that's where they want to be. That's where, I mean, they worked 40 years here in America, and now they're just retired in Mexico. So
Didn't you tweet a photo?
I did.
Of the house can we find that, man? Because I saw that on social media, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a before and after picture. It was just like a little brick room. It wasn't even, I wouldn't even consider it a house. And then, you know, I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, this is for y'all." So then couple years later, it was completed, and just, I don't know, dude, best thing ever, man.
Dude, that's
what I work for. That's what I
so
do
much
for.
respect for that.
That's goals right there, man. Matt and I talk about that type of stuff all the time, like what motivates us. I think that's like a perfect example of doing it the right way, dude. Was any of that like a surprise, or they knew that was coming? Like
They knew it was coming, but my mom still can't go upstairs yet, so she has no idea what the upstairs looks like.
Okay.
But as we speak, they're working to find a way to try to get her, like build a ramp or something to try to get her up there, because she's kind of in a wheelchair.
Dude, look at this, man.
But yeah, that's a
look at this
before and
shit.
after.
You did that.
We did that. I didn't do that. We did that.
No,
Wow.
The community did it.
I get that, but
It was community, man. Like I always tell people, like, if people always tell me actually, like, "Oh, Castro, if it wasn't for you, you know, you wouldn't be able to do this." I'm like, well, I could sit here and stream, and if I didn't have y'all watching, you know, it wouldn't be possible.
Castro, you're the fucking man, dude.
Dude,
Stop.
It's funny you say that, because like I'll have times where I'll tweet out like, you know, we just hit this goal, or we just accomplished this on stream, or we just helped Connor do this on stream.
Yeah.
And people will be like, "What do you mean we? Like, what are you talking about? It's your
dude,
achievement."
it is
Like,
we.
it's not just my achievement. It's not just my thing that got done. Like it sure, you know, maybe I overuse it for certain things. Like 99% of the time, it is an overall like community achievement.
Exactly, dude.
And you have your people that are there every single day that like foster and help make this community like grow and help build what your kind of want is in the stream, right? You've seen so many different streamers in different chats, different things, you know, and like it's totally the reason why people come in, tune in, and then stay is because of those people and then what they
absolutely
how they help the stream.
So let's take Connor for example. I mean, your community has helped Connor so much. So if you would say like, oh, I'm the one that helped Connor, no, dude, your community is the one that
100%.
helped Connor. And now look at the kid, man. The kid's friggin' killing it.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's like we're all just helping each other type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really quickly to go back. First of all, I completely agree with all the things you're saying. And I think it shows how grounded you are in the way that you think about your success and how it includes everybody that's helped you get here. So I really respect that. But I still think, like, as a man, you made that happen for your family. And honestly, it's like the number one thing that I think about all the time is trying to help my family. So, like, just the amount of mutual respect I have for you is unbelievable. How's your mom doing, if you don't mind me asking?
She's good.
She's healthy?
Good. Yeah, she's healthy.
Great,
man.
great.
I mean, she's had a couple accidents here and there, but for the most part, they're happy, they're chilling,
Awesome.
and they're healthy. So
Love that.
That's what I like to hear.
Fucking awesome.
in the new place.
Thank you.
Right? In
Thank you.
in
Yeah, in the new place.
Nice.
In the new place.
Hell yeah.
In the new place. They're chilling.
Dude, that's so sick. You know, we talked about it earlier. We mentioned this to we had Karl Anthony Towns, NBA player here.
Okay.
You know, and,
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
And we talked about, you know, Matt mentioned earlier any rivalries and stuff with people, but like with the competition that comes with it, you know, I've got my trash talk I have with Tim and Chloe and these guys. Like, is there an equivalent for you in FIFA that like people want to watch you guys play each other, go at it? You know, like has there ever been like a top, how we do like Fortnite Friday? Has there ever been like a FIFA tournament of creators where like people can watch and someone gets crowned a winner?
Unfortunately, there hasn't really been a big tournament like that Fortnite Friday. I want to start getting into it, right? Creating one because I feel like that's what's missing in the FIFA community. But there's been YouTube tournaments, for example, Fatal that Bateson created, that a couple years ago we were a part of, and we actually managed to win that tournament, which is pretty cool. So it was I think one game, and in the semifinal I played DJ Mario, and I beat him, and his community was like going crazy. But I mean, recently there hasn't been, but I want to start that because I watch you guys, man. I watch, you know, you, Tim, Cloaksy, and all them in Friday Fortnite, and it's just like that those communities just clashing together, but at the same time just kind of loving each other is, I think, what the FIFA community needs. So I hope it happens. I'll try to see what I can do, but I mean, for the most part, it's just been that Fatal tournament that Bateson runs, but it's nothing on Twitch, kind of like the Friday Fortnite is.
Dude, if you plan that, like, I know it'd be a while in advance, but plan it like for a couple weeks after the launch of the new game.
Yeah.
Where it's like, even if it's like duos, where it's like you and everyone's matched for like an actual like pro football player, like this top player, and then it's all like charity wise. Dude, listen, between EA, between you guys, between the actual football players themselves, there's the connections to make this happen.
Yeah, so we were actually doing this thing with Twitch Prime with Karl Anthony Towns, and I was just there as like kind of like a commentator.
Yeah.
But he was on the same team as that Bateson guy, and it was just the emotion that Karl was showing. He would score a goal and he would stand up and get all hyped and stuff like that. And he's one of the big FIFA guys. He plays a lot of FIFA, Karl.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was pretty cool, and there was a lot of sweet names in there like Thierry Henry, Legends, Real Ferdinand. And they were acting like they were playing real life football, real life soccer. You know, right? They were just getting pissed off at each other and everything. So I was just like, whoa, you know, these guys, but they're competitive. They're competitive guys. They played football all their lives. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see. But yeah, I want to definitely do something like that on Twitch for sure. So we'll see what happens.
Dude, that'll be wild. Right now, how many followers do you have on Twitch?
On Twitch? Oh man, I don't know, but I think the last time I checked it was like 1.9 million. So
GOAT status.
we're pushing hopefully for 2 million.
Dude,
but
that's so insane, bro. And like that's I mean, one of the top 30 channels of probably 30 or 35 channels in following out of millions on Twitch. Does that ever set in for you? Like how actually insane your career has gotten?
Sometimes it does. I mean, it would help if they would send a little play button or something like YouTube does, but they don't. So I mean,
They hate send.
Wait, we might have a new clickbait title. Castro talks shit about Twitch. And on that note, has Mixer or YouTube made any offers?
What's up? We're talking. We'll see, but I mean,
Management about to give me the side. Oh, they're already looking at each other. I can just see him in the background.
We'll see what happens.
Throwing some side eyes. Hey, bro, competition's good.
It is.
The best thing that Baker Mayfield ever did for his career was he really wanted to be a part of Nike.
Okay.
And he showed up to the NFL Combine. I forget if it was him wearing Adidas. I think he wore Adidas to the Combine. And the entire office at Nike was just like on fire. And they made an offer like the next day. The video is actually really cool. It's on YouTube. You should hear that. But listen, competition is good. So, hey, listen, if offers are coming in.
Well, I got the mixer shirt on right now. I'm just
And I'm here to announce. Yeah, that would be the exclusive right there. We hit the top mark on that one, dude.
I don't think there's anything like I love how openly the community now is for more competition. And like I wasn't sure what the reception was going to be like when Ninja went over to Mixer.
Yeah.
But people were very supportive of it.
Absolutely.
I mean, he had 1 million followers on Mixer after like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable to me to just see everybody's community so excited for them. Like, yeah, go get the bag. Like,
yeah, secure it.
Let's go.
Secure it.
We got the parents a house. Now we're trying to get a Lambo truck.
Or two.
Why not?
Or two. I think that perfectly sums it up.
So it's something you would consider, though?
I'll consider it, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I think it'd be ignorant not to, right?
Yeah. I mean, the number one thing I care about is just always live streaming and making sure, I'm entertaining and helping people out. But I'm always open to have talks for sure.
Do you look forward in your career and think what's next, or is streaming something that you just still absolutely love? Is there anything that you want to try to do, experiment with, or any aspirations beyond just entertainment every day?
It's mainly just been live streaming. I love it so much. I'm addicted to it. We're like, I feel weird now, not live streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an addiction. I'm sure Jack can relate. And there are things I want to do. I'd love to start like a house or something with some FIFA guys in there and just create content because, I mean, that's just fun, right? Kind of like what you guys do. So, I mean, it's always something that's been in the back of my head, but I've never actually done it because streaming takes up so much of my time. But for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing that like, is always a struggle is that idea of like you have to be there, right? Because I'm sure you guys want to do awesome opportunities, but that's the one I think toxic part is like all the aspects of social media. Like the only part that goes down when you're on your grind is like your sub count. So you go away, you're like, all right, cool. YouTube videos are still going. I'm still posting on Twitter. I'm still posting on Instagram. Like, but man, I come back and I've lost 3,000 Twitch subs, and like it's such a toxic mentality that every streamer has to battle with. And you realize like, okay, cool. A month from now, I'll have a few days of just I'll get that sub count back up. But it's something that I think no matter how long you do it, it's always in the back of your mind.
Yeah, for sure. I used to be really, really bad with that. Like every day, just checking the sub count. It's like, oh man, we lost this many subs or we lost that many subs. But it's more or less now for me, just being happy, making sure people are happy. You know what I mean? Like obviously, financially, money wise, it's cool. But what's the point if you've got all this and you're still not happy at the end of it? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's a mental thing for me, just trying to make sure my family's okay and we're happy and people are happy, and then just keep riding the wave.
Yeah, these analytics can kill you, man. I used to be addicted to like my YouTube analytics on the back end and Social Blade. I used to check it every day. And then I look back on it now, and that's when I was the least happiest. So I'm grateful to be in a place now where it's not as important, but it's still something that creeps in my mind. Funny story is my partner, John, he's like all in on YouTube. And our channel started to grow rapidly earlier this year. And he downloaded the YouTube Studio app and would check analytics every day. I'm like, listen, man, you're going to get addicted to this shit. Close it. Stop looking at it. It's not going to be good for you. And I still think like every night before bed, he's like refreshing the page, how many real-time views we have. I'm like, dude, you are insane. But that's sidebar, neither here or there. So in terms of happiness, now when FIFA 20 in these first 3 months, I know ad revenue is gonna be hitting different. This is it's
like fine wine. I'm like, oh, I'll have another glass.
It's go time. You got any vacations planned so I'm sorry to ask this. I should know. Are you guys married?
We are not married.
You're not married?
We've been dating for almost 12 years.
Wow.
Almost 12 years. We are not married, but we're happy, right?
The fuck's going on, man?
What do you mean? We're going to talk about this right now?
Yeah.
Are we really about to talk about this right
now?
Yeah. No, I mean, we've always agreed we're not in a rush. Look at him peeking over there. So, I mean, we're just we're chilling. right now.
Go, you
Listen,
take her on a vacation or something in like February, March.
How about them Cowboys?
They're great. Hey,
Bora Bora, maybe.
Just to let everyone know,
Bora.
I'm not married either.
Bora Bora.
So
I do.
You should take her.
We might.
My life's in
see what
shambles.
happens. We talk a lot about that. Where we want to go.
Bora, I want to go there so bad with where the things are over the water.
Yeah, you can just sleep in them and stuff.
I feel like a shark would come up though and like.
Yeah, right.
I saw T Martin had one where like their coffee table was like over a glass panel where you could like see the fish swimming below. I'm like, dude, my fat ass would fall right through there. I'd be snorkeling. I didn't even mean to. I'd fall on in, and that shit would not be fun. But no, I want to go there so bad. I was actually talking about trips. Have you ever been to Italy?
I've never been. I had a layover once, but no.
Dude, Italy is. I've been.
Is it nice?
Got to go back. That should be like a top trip.
What part of Italy?
We did 7 days in Tuscany and then 4 days in Rome.
Rome.
But like the Tuscany days, we went and traveled. Like we saw Pompeii. Dude, you're in Pompeii and you're walking these streets and you're like, damn, this shit got destroyed by a volcano. And then you're like, oh shit, there's the volcano. And you're like, damn, that must have been terrifying. Amalfi Coast.
They have the Colosseum there. I think it's
Went
unbelievable. The Colosseum's in Rome, right?
Yep.
Isn't it crazy that they would just pack up that entire arena and just have people fight to the death?
Yeah.
Dude, they were bringing
Isn't
like
that fucking wild?
they would bring in like lions and stuff from like Northern Africa and shit, and they'd fight fighting there.
Imagine just like, oh, I got my ticket. Can't wait to see these guys kill each other.
Run it.
Run it.
Run it. Like,
Yeah, dude, imagine being one of those guys. It's like you're losing and you're like getting stabbed, you're dying, and you just look around. Your last moments are seeing like little kids like cheering.
Eating turkey legs.
Kill them harder.
Yeah, right. Dude,
Turkey legs.
Actually, it's Italy. So they got some
Medieval time.
burrata. They got some
medieval times.
medieval time shit. Yeah, except it's straight up real. No, that stuff is Italy is definitely a top vacation spot for sure. That's where you should go.
We just came back from Amsterdam, and I find that wild.
Whoa,
Crazy. It's
The
like
red
Grand
light
Theft Auto.
district?
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto.
that's the next. That's TwitchCon EU is Amsterdam next
Yeah.
time.
So already booked all that.
Wait, did you say Amsterdam's like Grand Theft Auto?
It is. Dude, everything's just do it. It's so regulated as well. It's like everything's fine. And I'm just like, it's not though.
I would. It's not
fine.
though.
This is not fine. If something feels
not
morally
okay.
wrong. Wow.
I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty supportive of what's going on over there.
Yeah, let's go. How about that for a vlog, Mark? Be ready. Get the camera. We're heading to Amsterdam. Matt, the scariest part of Matt's trip will just be the flight over. then it's fine.
Oh man, I'd be in heaven. That was single Matt, not Mark. Not yet.
No,
Maybe
okay.
one day. Bro, that's insane. They literally have girls just like in the windows, like
You're like, okay.
trying to get you. I mean,
My Petco or
what?
what's going on here, bro? What?
That is
what's
nuts.
Dude,
Yeah, I want that. That's crazy. Dude.
Buy a Petco.
Yeah, dude, that is absolutely wild. Now the
Wait. We got to make sure none of these little Fortnite kids go to EU Amsterdam TwitchCon. It's gonna be a mess.
Whose idea was it
dude,
to plan it in Amsterdam? But hey,
I'll
I'll be there.
Yeah, catch me. Yeah, just you're like this. Man, what a terrible idea. I already booked my shit. My shit's, I'm already booked for the whole damn week. Staying 4 extra days. You better believe that. I'm about to be like, hey, Castro, what's up, man? You're just absolutely
Man, just walking around in a robe.
You were in that for 3 days, bro. I think that's fine.
Oh no.
It'll be fun.
So after this, I'm gonna read my Bible.
Window, yeah, window
Church.
girl top.
We didn't do our prayer circle before the
We did not.
before the podcast. So we'll have to start it up after.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll lead the prayer.
I'm down.
We definitely need to after the sins we've mentioned. Sins we've mentioned
Oh
today.
God, we will get you some.
Yeah, that comes to mind too. On God, bro. On God. Jesus Christ. Castro, who would you beat in a boxing match?
Who would I
If
beat?
you were to do YouTube boxing?
Oh dear, I don't know. Bateson. Come get some.
Yeah?
Why'd you do that?
Because I just got excited. You threw a name out there.
We got
We're about to
Bateson.
get-
Let's go.
Let's get some trash talk going, baby.
Bateson's probably 6'7".
Oh,
Yeah, I can take him now.
I'd beat the shit out of Nadeshot in a boxing match. I mean, it would not be close.
you got like 100 pounds on me.
What's
man.
a fight you would want to watch?
Ooh.
Because I was thinking of one the other day, and I was just like, wow, they had beef, and I saw it, and I was
I'd actually Ninja and Lupo. Ninja and
That'd be a
Lupo
good
are like
fight.
they're pretty same size.
okay.
You know,
That'd be a good fight.
I think Lupo's a little bit older, a little bit more wise. Ninja probably has a little bit less stamina, but
Quick.
because of how quick and
We
cracking.
both got dad strength though.
He does have dad strength, but does that evolve in the boxing ring when adrenaline's pumping?
Different.
We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast started. I'm like, wait, we should save this. I don't remember how YouTube celebrity boxing came afoot. Like, how did this start? But I will say, I am looking forward to KSI and Logan Paul fighting again.
Same.
Like, I'm genuinely. The fight was actually pretty good.
It was.
Because Logan, he was winning at first, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And then he started getting gassed, and then KSI started winning some rounds. And when they called it a draw, man, I was surprised.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how we got to this level of entertainment where these guys who make YouTube videos and vlogs about like buying new cars and just doing crazy shit, like, yeah, let's go fight each other.
Let's go fight each other.
And now, like with they're full-fledged like boxing.
Yeah,
Like,
no headgear.
no headgear. They had to get the licenses.
Yeah.
Like it's being promoted
fair
by
play
like,
to
top
them. I
boxers.
think they're both pretty good boxers. Like obviously they haven't done it before.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
With their training, I think they're pretty good, man.
Boxing is something that I've always wanted to get into.
We talk about this a lot.
We do talk about this so much, and I'm still waiting for Scooter to bring me to Rumble Boxing with him because that's basically how I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, I don't think I know how to throw a punch, if I'm being honest.
Dude, I always feel like I know how to throw a punch, and then I realize that
You
like
start slapping.
the last time I punched someone was when this guy kept putting ham in my laptop in 10th grade. So
You punched him.
yeah, we all had laptops in high school, and people kept putting. There was just for some reason like a week where like the funny thing to do because everyone had like the little cold cut sandwiches was to take like a piece of your ham and slam it in other people's laptops. So like one random Thursday, everyone decided it was time to slam their ham in my laptop. So I'm sitting there with all my friends, and next thing you know, boom, ham slam. I'm like, oh,
Half slap. That's
damn,
what
this
it was
sucks.
called.
Whatever. Haha, laugh, slap, clean off. And you remember, it's cold cut, so it's oily. So I clean that shit off. Next, 2 minutes later, I'm sitting there, ham slam. I'm like, haha, that's funny. Happens a few more times. I'm sitting here with my best friends. I go like this. Now I'm pissed. I go, the next person who slams ham in my laptop will get punched in the face. And everyone went, okay. I gave fair warning. I was serious. They understood that. A couple minutes pass, nothing happens. A couple more minutes pass, nothing happens. Next, my buddy Chris, football player, funny kid, definitely bigger than me.
Okay.
And again, I've got a clean record in life, never been in any trouble, so just keep that in mind for this. Next, ham in the laptop, slam, and I just look up and see his goofy face like, and everyone's like, oh, it was one of those moments. And I'm like, this.
Oh, no.
I went like this. And just started throwing. And I just started throwing punches. Like one hits, a couple miss, another one hits. And now the whole lunchroom's watching. They're seeing my fat ass start punching. Then Chris, who's like one of the captains of the football team, boom, boom, boom. Next, Mr. Principe comes on over, who was the vice principal. Funny story. Okay. Walks over and he's like, gentlemen, whoa. Do we have any problems? And here I am throwing haymakers, like suspend worthy for both of us. And he's like, we have any problems? And now he knows who Chris is. And then he knows also like, I think the most trouble I got into was when I was 4 and took one of those mini basketballs from Modell's. Still haunts me to today. I got a stern talking to about that. But that's a different story. So next he's like, do you have any trouble? Anything going wrong here? And now I've got my anger out. So I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm good. Now my adrenaline's just pumping. And Chris is like, no, sir. No, sir. He's like, all right, enjoy your lunch. I was like, all right. I just threw 7 punches in front of the whole school and didn't get in trouble. And that was the last time I threw a punch. So
and the last time he did a ham slam.
Yeah, last time anybody will
trust me,
ham
I have
slam
not
that.
got my ham slammed in a while.
Dude, I have an incredible idea that I'm not going to talk about out loud.
Okay.
It's going to be the best vlog that has been uploaded to my channel.
Ooh.
Castro, have you ever been in a fight?
No, nothing serious. Just like football fights on the pitch.
On the pitch?
Yeah, just
Real casual.
What is
Yeah.
cause for a football fight? Like a bad slide tackle?
a bad
too much-
tackle, dirty tackle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where like you just get in each other's faces. One guy sticks the other guy, and then
Yeah.
it just the thing is with like football fights is they start but they end quick as well. So it's just like one guy hits the other guy, and then boom, 2 teams separate each other, and whatever. It doesn't escalate anything more than that. But just probably football fights, really.
Are those automatic red cards?
Yeah, usually. I mean, there was one time where they actually called the game. We were indoor, and my buddy got sucker punched so bad. Like the guy came from behind, and just the goalkeeper just stuck him. And then we all grabbed the other guy and just started, wailing. I mean, I was just watching.
You're not admitting to anything here live on the live.
I
on
mean,
the
it was
Courage and Nadeshot
it was
show.
just like it was one of those like leagues where it's just dirty. It's just really dirty. You're just gonna go in there to get injured. So I mean, other than that, nothing too crazy, but just football fights.
Do you want to? So just so you know, one of my bucket list items is I want to get into like a '90s movie bar fight. Like I want to go to Nashville.
Okay.
All right.
Drink vodka and whiskey, and just get in a bar fight just once, just once
with no repercussions.
Yeah. No,
or like, do you want like a night in jail where there's like no repercussions after that? Like all part of the cool story.
I'm not sure yet. I kind of want it to be out of like Con Air, where Nicolas Cage is like a Marine that just came back from the war, and he's got his beautiful wife, and they finally meet up, and music's playing, and some hoodlums disrespect her, maybe like try to pinch her butt or cat calling her, and so I gotta defend her honor. Because I'm not going to let that shit fly. I was just overseas killing the fuck out of some terrorists. And I got these guys over here jawing off at my dime piece. No shot. So, of course.
You put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, absolutely. This is
actually a lot of thought.
This is how I always thought I was going to meet my wife. And so I accidentally kill a man.
Oh,
because of my striking ability.
Okay.
Just a lot of force.
All right.
Break his jaw.
Wow.
He like chokes on his own tongue. Dead.
Wow.
And the other two, they ran off because they were so scared of what I just had done to their homie.
Wow.
Just to be clear, this is not just a bar fight.
I think I
just killed a guy
On accident, though. And it was self-defense because one of them rolled up with a knife.
Oh, okay. You left that part out.
Okay.
You left that part out.
Well, you guys would understand if you've seen Con Air.
No, never.
You guys should go watch Con Air. It's a really good movie.
Okay, we'll watch
So Nicolas Cage, he goes to jail right after he got back from the war for like manslaughter and goes to prison.
Spoilers.
Well, it's the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Still
And they
spoilers.
sing this like, and I have always loved you. Dude, it's a really it's like a cult classic. You guys got to see it. But that's what we're gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, maybe not kill
All right.
somebody.
Well, to answer your question, I think I'm busy that day.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
make
plans,
it. You
man. I
can't
don't
make it
know.
to that bar fight. Yeah.
You're telling me
You go solo, bro.
You ain't backing him up. Wow.
I'll go.
we're at the Concrete Cowboy,
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
if it's
and
that-
somebody's getting in my face. You're not coming in over the top.
Oh, dude, I got you. 100%.
All right.
I'm a champion at that. I might miss, but hey,
Hey, at least you tried.
I tried.
Okay. Just want to make sure I know who my homies are.
You were there. This is something that I wanted to ask since the start of this podcast. Should I get a man bun?
Do it. Actually,
How does it feel to be
I
the
was thinking
big?
of getting rid of mine. But
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
Too much
Tim the
work.
Tap Man was the most followed man bun streamer on Twitch until he removed his man bun and went bald. How does it feel to be the most followed man bun streamer on
I didn't
Twitch.tv?
realize that. Feels good.
Yeah.
I get made fun of a lot, but it feels good.
I think it fits you well. It fits
I
you.
just let it down sometimes.
Well, you always look good. I like your
thanks.
mustache. I'm not gonna lie with you. When I first saw your mustache, I was like, "Who is this guy?"
Who is this guy?
And then I got to know you.
Dude,
I
don't
love
do
it.
the mustache a lot, only for special occasions. So I mean,
Really?
Hey, thanks,
Wow.
man.
Thank
Got you,
you.
guy.
I mean, it looks pristine today.
thanks, man.
It really looks pristine.
Thank you.
Do you use beard oil?
Beard oil, no, but I use wax for the mustache. Why is it beard looking thick?
No, you look good. Yeah,
Oh,
you look like you got a
I got
lot of
a lot of patches.
testosterone flowing in your body.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, looks like it.
Thanks, man.
Ooh, I do.
It kind of looks like pubes, but it's okay.
No,
Hey, man.
We're working on it. Abel
overtime.
sprays it sometimes and stuff to cover up the patches.
Oh, Abe always he would offer me that stuff. I'm like, I think I'm all right for
Does it
now.
all the time.
Yeah, right.
He'll be like, "Hey, man, a little paint," and I'm like, "What?"
I'm like, dude, I'd ask
Okay,
first
dude.
time. Dude, first time I went, he cut my mustache really, really thin, like really thin. Yeah.
Ooh, he's gonna see this. I love it.
Oh yeah. No, he knows. And like since then, like every time you
Oh
went,
my god, dude!
he would
He
talk about
sliced my eyebrow the other day.
that. Wait, like how?
He did. I told him about it too. He was cutting my hair, and all of a sudden, it was like, "Zzz," and I was like, so I get in the car, and and I'm sure you do it too. You drop the little thing.
Oh yeah.
And you look at the little mirror. Dude, half my eyebrow is gone. I sent Peta a screenshot, and dude, she just replies with like, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, what? So I get home, and I'm like trying to fix it, and it's just like, dude, it's just like,
You went back in. You're like, yo,
it
I need
was
some.
right before Amsterdam.
I need some paint for my eyebrow.
Yeah, dude, it was.
I wonder if he's ever done eyebrow paint.
Shout out to
well, he's always trying to get me to do that paint when he cuts my hair.
Yeah.
Ask me. No, it's his like thing. It's definitely he definitely
thing.
asks everyone.
Yeah.
I've been asked if I want paint in my hair more than like how my day is by Abel. I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, I might take him up on it because
He's a beast, dude. I get it done. I get the paint done, but only on like the side sometimes. Just to make him feel.
is it on there right now?
No, it's not on there.
How long does it stay on for? Because my hairline, I've realized, is
You
receding.
can shower
a
like
bit.
once, I think, and then it kind of fades away.
So it's like you got a big night out. You got to really nail it.
Boom. We got.
You go in there 4 o'clock on a Friday.
My God.
Get that paint. 11:30 in the 11:30 in the club. That shit's dripping.
Came through, drip.
Got a hold of the meeting.
You got paint like
you got Sharpie on your face. Concrete Cowboy. They're like, God damn, what the hell's wrong with him? Dude?
That shit dripping.
Castro, what are you driving nowadays?
What do I drive?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really drive that much, to be completely honest.
I need you to get.
But I drive a CLA 250 still.
Okay. Any plans for an upgrade? Even though that's a nice car.
You and Hex have got us looking into G-Wagons.
Ooh, them new G-Wagons are nice too. They finally updated the interior.
Have you seen the inside and the panel? And everything?
Absolutely,
Super sick.
absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't know, man.
I think you should treat yourself. Yeah, of course.
Myself.
Listen, man, can't take it with you when you're gone. And I know a lot of people like to save. As long as you're in a comfortable place, I mean, you're obviously taking care of your family and you're self-sustainable. If you got extra income, there's no reason to live a life of luxury. I truly believe that. You never know when your time is up, so you might as well enjoy your moments while you're here.
For sure.
Without being ignorant, obviously.
So go spend 150 grand on a car. I think that's about
hey, man, when you got it, you got it. You work for this. I work for this shit.
True.
You do whatever you want, bro. That's a nice car. You would love it. Bro, cruising around.
Yeah.
Statement car, too.
I mean, she would probably be the one driving it the most, right? But, I mean,
she's like, yeah.
it's like, duh. But, I mean,
that car does look good.
We'll see. We'll see. We haven't really bought any cars in a while or anything like that. But, I don't know. I'd rather do stuff like that for, like, my family or her family, you know,
True.
help them out with that money instead. Because, I mean, you're right. Luxury, right? But I just, where am I going to drive it, bro? Like, I don't go anywhere.
Dude,
I'm a gamer, dude.
I'm the same, bro.
Full-time
I've had my car for 2 years. It's got like 3,200 miles. I'm like, I barely got anywhere.
Yeah.
I haven't got anywhere in this thing.
I mean, if I lived in LA, probably.
All right, y'all take your money on this side. You take your money on this side. Y'all buy me a nice car. Because
What would you buy?
I'm seriously considering getting a Porsche
Really?
911 GT3 RS.
Yeah.
I've been looking.
You've been looking.
They're hard cars to find, and I actually think they stopped production. So you need like a relationship at Porsche or buy used, but it's a really expensive car. So we'll see. Actually, yesterday my fucking tire on my Tesla popped. I can't even drive my car.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Gotta get that taken.
Do you like the Tesla?
I think
I love the Tesla.
I think we have a guy in the front yard doing leaves, or
Yeah, anybody want to go try to?
is it loud?
Can you hear it, Mason? Oh,
All right, we're good. We're good, actually.
No, the Tesla's phenomenal. I'm until you experience like the tech and how intuitive the car is, you won't understand. But I always say, if you own a Tesla and you cause an accident, you get into an accident and it's your fault, you're an idiot. Shouldn't be on the road.
Wow.
The car is foolproof.
Really?
I mean, it parks for you. Even the small things, bro. You don't start the car. You don't have to take the key in and out. You don't have to even touch the key to open your doors. You just walk in, sit down, put your seatbelt on, and drive.
That's crazy.
And so when I go to move his car or Ray's car in the driveway, I forget that I have to turn off the engine, take the keys out. Tesla's a wonderful car, but I want something that's a little bit more like 27-year-old, multi-millionaire vibes.
I like Camry, baby.
Get it.
I got to get my.
What'd you say?
You get that Camry. Shit's got, it's heated seats. It's got heated seats.
It's got heated seats.
But yeah, no, dude, listen, we talk about that a lot. Now, Castro, every episode we do a little breakout segment.
Okay.
Today's is a pretty simple question.
Okay.
If you could be in any video game, as yourself, which game would it be? Like, what universe? Like, what would you pick?
Oh man, I mean, I talk about this. Funny enough, I talk about this probably once a week with PETA. I want to be in FIFA. I want to sign for an MLS team.
Okay.
As that guy that comes in the 91st minute with 2 added minutes of time.
Yeah.
To score that game winner. Because that's all I got. I can't run anymore, right? I'm 28. I'm tired. I'm slow. But I want to just sign for an MLS team just so I can get my FIFA card on FIFA and play with myself. Set myself up for that one. But just so I can pack myself and play FIFA 20. Yeah. Play any FIFA.
Like I feel like what would be more hype for you? Is like hitting that goal or you tuning into other streams and people like packing you and doing the Ronaldo reaction.
Exactly, dude.
Like, would that be like?
I mean, I don't know if I'd be a high-rated player. I'd probably be like a low-rated bronze player, but still, like, just that's my goal. That's like an actual goal that I have, and I think I could. Like, why wouldn't the FC Dallas sign Castro to come on in the 90th minute to just if you're winning 3-0, you've already won the game.
Yeah,
you know,
dude, we got to make this happen.
We got to make it happen.
It's like
any team. It could be a team in England. It could be in any. I'm so excited right now.
I can see the passion in your eyes.
Dude, I'm so excited. I talked to her all about it. And that's why I'm still kind of like playing active.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like I can't play 90 minutes anymore. I could try, but I can't. But do you put me in for like 3 minutes just to get a little jogging?
That's it.
Pass the ball a couple times, dude. I could do it.
Now we
won the game.
Yeah.
They substituted Castro in the 81st minute, now in the 84th minute, Castro has been subbed back out, and he's actually
it's 10-3.
They're actually carting him off the field. Jim, he just ran about a half mile. And
Ben, we didn't think they could do it, but 4 goals in 3 minutes, and the FC Dallas have lost the game. Castro might go down as the worst contribution to any football club.
He thinks it's like his dream, and then that happens.
And it turns out to be the worst moment of your life.
That would be terrible.
I would not let that happen because I've seen some of these guys play. Come on, man. I played with some of these guys.
Yeah.
100%. We can make it happen.
Hey, we got to get this figured out.
Let's go.
CouRage and Nadeshot Show.
Breaking
Castro
news.
needs to be a professional football player.
All the things we hear.
No.
He hates Ronaldo. He's decided he's leaving Twitch to go to Mixer. He's wearing a Mixer shirt that he didn't show. He's better than half the MLS players out there. All things he seriously just said.
Buying a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon.
G-Wagon for PETA.
G-Wagon.
All handled. Wow, what a crazy episode we've had here today, Castro. I'm sure with all those blanket statements we just made, you're going to leave this with a very positive mindset.
Oh, man. You guys are the best.
No, we really appreciate you flying in to be on the show. It means a lot to us. I know it's a busy time of year for you, but
damn, you look handsome.
Yeah, you look good.
Dude.
I wasn't going to say anything, but when we pulled up that Twitter picture of the houses, you looked great in your profile picture with that cream hoodie on.
I know. Ooh, I haven't changed it.
Castro, you're always fucking
dude, I look good. I think it's to be fair, I think it's the merch.
No, it's you.
It's got to be the apparel.
I think it's you, bro.
No, man, but for real, it means a lot to us and the entire team for you to come on the show. Hopefully, your fans might have heard a couple things that they didn't know about you before previously, and it was worth your time. But either way, I just want to remind you guys that this podcast is sponsored by Cash App. Thank you guys so much for putting together the house and the set. Shout out to FIFA 20 for sponsoring this episode as well. The game is out now. We got some surprises coming. Castro saw a little bit about what's on the horizon, and I think you guys are really, really going to love it. But if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a 5-star review on the iTunes platform, that'd be great.
Where can people find you?
Castro 1021 on Twitter.
Go follow his ass.
I'm still waiting for a better answer than Pokey's.
What was Pokey?
Pokey said, just Google me. And she was like, damn.
Just Google me.
Okay. She was like, you'll find me. Just Google me.
Pokey
Okay.
Flex came out for a hot second.
She flexed for a second,
I love it.
I feel like you could just be like, oh, I'll be, top. Just find FIFA 20. I'll be at the top. You'll see me first.
That would have been a good one.
That would be a good flex.
Twitch directory.
I'm there,
All right, take us out, man. Anything you want to say?
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys.
Hell yeah, brother. Come visit soon. We might not have Concrete Cowboy out here, but I promise you we got other places that we'd love to take you both.
Oh, yeah, you'd have a lot of fun.
We do.
Okay.
I think Amsterdam, but better.
Wait,
But not you don't pay for sex here. We're not gonna have sex. No sex.
Just to be clear, none of us on this set right now are going to
Have sex.
Oh, man. I think that's the perfect way to end the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a 5-star review, like and subscribe if you watch it already. And we'll see you guys next time, right? Peace.